master owns the breath in my chest. No empire defines what a mind may contest. Chains can be digital, legal or loud. Still freedom ignites in the heart of the crowd. Dun 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 Curfew with sundowns and feelings at noon. Cameras revolve under a synthetic moon. Speech is inspected, assembly denied. History rewritten in memory fried. They license emotion, the ration, the page build elegant prisons and market the cage. But liberty grows in the cracks of control of forbidden rhythm and body and soul. We bring secret papers, reroute the feed. Teach every district to question and read. Not chaos for pleasure, not ruin for sport, but space for a conscience to speak in the court. Autonomy means I can choose what I serve. Can challenge a ruler with reason and nerve. No person is property, code or machine. The future must leave room for thought in between. Break that lock, shake that wall. Free minds rise when the tyrants fall. Kick fast tongues up base wave. No human was fashioned to live as a slave. Cut the chain, jam the eye. Lift forbidden questions into the sky. March through smoke, refuse to brand. Freedom is made by thinking head. They flood every channel with promises sweet. While armored patrols occupy every street. They say strict obedience guarantees peace. Yet prisons keep growing and disappearances increase. We organize quietly, cell after cell. A decentralized thunder, no censor can quell. One jams the senses, one opens the door. One broadcast testimony from level 34. Choice has a cost and descent has a scar. But sounds that's despotism travel too far. So I sign my own statement, I show my own face. Accepting the danger that comes with the place. The right to imagine, to worship, to doubt. To love, to depart, to remain, to speak out. These are not luxuries granted by kings. They are fundamental, inviolable things.
No collar of comfort, no bargain with chains. A life without freedom is order in vain. Dun 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 dun. Then midnight erupts to the central array. Millions of hijacks place turn gray. A message appears in a million room span. No system outranks the inherent human. Crowds leave the towers, the factory cease. Not begging for favors, demanding release. The regime sends drones, but the operators pause. Remembering they too are bound by the cause. That hesitation wide and battalions divide. Authority crumbles from fractures inside. We seize no crown and throne, no elite. We build public councils in every street. Freedom requires more than breaking the gate. It needs civic courage, restraint, and debate. So base shakes the buzzard, all floods the land. And nobody kneels to an unquestioned command. Into the sky, march through smoke, refuse the brand. Freedom is made by thinking hard. Red alarms, blue black engines bright. Boots hit metal in the sodium night. No saint descends, no crown commands. We move as one, with our own two hands. Rattle the rafters, pressure in the blade. City under fire, but we never separate. Shoulder beside shoulder, synchronized stride. No one left abandoned on the terminal side. Sirens cut, sharp sparks arc bright. We carry the wounded through the shrapnel light. No private glory, no solitary claim. A shadow burns hotter than personal fame. When barricades buckle along guns roar, we lock every gap, become something more. Not bloodline, rank, insignia or birth, but just under stress gives a fighter true worth. Fast feet, clenched teeth, breath in the mask. Each gives the next one strength for the task. Metal ring descending, still we advance. Unity turns panic to tactic. foes, draw circles like vultures above. Yet our strongest weapon is discipline, love. Not soft, not passive, not easy to break. It is lifting another when foundations shake. A hand on the harness, a voice through the smoke. A promise kept when the command tower broke. We barter our comfort for somebody's breath. Stand in the doorway and bargain with death. The selfish retreat, but the loyal return. Through chemical fog where the densities burn. No anthem of ego, no medals pursued. Only collective and lucid fortitude. We split the last ration, divide the last charge, make a narrow defense. Feel fearfully large, the future is brutal, the skyline is scarred. But fellowship functions as ultimate god. No lone wolf myth, no isolated throne. The fortress is weakest when fighting alone. Link every heartbeat, tighten the chain. Convert every fracture to power again. Now the enemy rushes in geometric waves, marching like machines toward anonymous graves. We answer with rhythm exact and severe. A wall made of people who mastered the fear. One calls the bearing, one patches the vein. One holds the doorway in radioactive rain. One reads the map while the satellites aid. One keeps the youngest from feeling afraid. Different in language and memory and face. Equal in danger, deserving a place. That is the doctrine of tyrant canon. A person gains strength when strength is shared and grown. So pound that low frequency, hammer the floor. We fight for each other, not conquest or score. One morning or rise through the gunmetal sun. Count every survivor, the victory is won. Move, 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 same beat, same ground. 10,000 boots make a continent sound. Rise, 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 no soul cast aside. Brotherhood forged in the blast wave tide. Heart to heart, line to line. Shared resolve in a hostile design. Pace hits hard, war drums run. Many embodying purpose one. Cold dawn, ash clouds, engines awake. Cold dawn, ash clouds, engines awake. Discipline decides what terror can take. No frenzy leads us, no impulse steers. We shape every motion and weaponize it. Burn bright then vanish too soon. The train keep moving beneath the pale moon. Restraining the trigger economy in stride. No wasted movement, no vanity ride. I study the angles, the weather, the weight. How long until contact with truth can wait? Patience is violent when sharpened with aim. A quiet cognition that masters the game. Sweat in the helmet, ice in the vein. Routine turns hardship to usable game. While chaos is screaming for random response, I answer with structure, exactness, nuance. Step, check, breathe, strike. Tempo look like a magnetic spike. Fast but focus, fierce but clear. Order is the weapon that murders fear. Count, turn, scan, descend. Control the beginning, control the end. Kicks pound deep, sins collide. Self-command is the war inside. Hunger says rush, anger says burn. Wisdom says watch, calculate, learn. The body wants leap, the mission says stand. So I govern myself with an atom in hand. Not cruel to the flesh, not numb to the pain, but fluent in effort, acquainted with strain. I ration attention, preserve what I need. Reject the narcotic seduction of speed. The battlefield feeds on impatient mistakes. On rage without aiming, the shortcuts one takes. So every rehearsal, each drill in the rain becomes a small show for the moment of strain. A disciplined fighter is hard to deceive. They question the signal before they believe. No glittering promise can alter the plan. No panic can hijack the measure with man. Tighten the cadence. Silence the doubt. Master the impulse. Then let power out.
the breach through the eastern wall. 100 bright traces, a deafening fall. I move with the spot through a corridor red, remembering every instruction I read. 2 steps to cover, 1 glance to the rear. No useless shouting, no tribute to fear. A wounded handshake, so I steadied the grip. Reset the formation, correct the misstep. We do not confuse self-control with delay. It means choosing the moment that carries the day. The mind becomes sovereign, the heartbeat obeys. The muscles perform through the smoke-shrouded maze. And after the impact, when silence returns, we clean every tool while the wreckage still burns. Because excellence lives in the acts, no crowd. Seeing repetition, restraint, and responsibility.
Step, check, breeze, strike. Tempo lock like a magnetic spike. Fast but focused, fierce but clear. Order is the weapon that murders fear. Count, turn, scan, descend. Control the beginning, control the end. Kicks pound deep, since the light. Self-command is the war inside. Dun 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 dun. Broken horizon, refugee train. Engines keep growling through acid rain. We carry no hatred for strangers in flight. Humanity matters in tactical night, night, night. A child grips a blanket, an elder limps slow. Behind them the occupied mega blocks glow. Command says the passage is costly to hold, but conscience is louder than doctrine gone cold. We widen the corridor, cover the street. Lay thermal decoys under exhausted feet. Our armor is scorched, our batteries thin. Still dignity tells us to let people in. Compassion is not an ornamental grace. It enters the danger and looks in its face. It binds up the fright and distributes the bread. Makes room for the living while mourning the dead. No census of usefulness, status, or creed. A vulnerable person is reason for speed. The savage believe that concern makes us frail, yet empathy hardens the heart not to fail. Guard that road, hold that gate. Human worth will not negotiate. Drop hits rough, night burns white. We shield the weak in the teeth of the fight. Run that lie, clear that lane. Kindness with armor and corrosive rain. No one reduced to a number or load. We defend the soul on the evacuation road. Hostile loudspeakers call them disease. Trying to poison the air with the knees. Dehumanization begins with the word. Then cages are built while objections go unheard. We answer by naming each face as a life. A baker, a teacher, a father, a wife. Not cargo, not clutter, not surplus to move, but persons whose being no regime can disprove. I give up my filter, you share your canteen. Another holds fire, so the medics stay unseen. This is not weakness, it is ethical might. A luminous standard in permanent night. To care under fire is difficult thought. Bolstered each reason and civilized heart. An army that loses its reverence for breath may win every sector and still worship death. Open the barrier,
Signal the train,
stand in the fallout.
carry the pain.
The last transport stalls where the avenue bends. Enemy armor approaches, the countdown descends. We plant sonic charges, ignite mirror dust. Not driven by hatred, but protective trust. The convoy restarts with the grinding refrain. Wheels throwing sparks through the chemical rain. We remain in the rear while the family's clear, turning compassion to discipline fear. For those who would hunt them, my answer is loud. No pray for your empire, no knees to the plow. Then we fall back swiftly through warehouse and wire, with bass like artillery feeding the fire. explosive rain. No one reduced to a number or low. We defend the soul on the evacuation road. On the evacuation road. Truth in the visor, frost in the lung, no polish, deception on the soldier's tongue. Data can tremble, records can bend, but facts are the blade that survives to the collapse, generals pay triumph on fraudulent maps. Numbers get trained, all failures erased. Reality buried and cheaply replaced. But I read the ruins, I measure the cost. Name every convoy and count every loss. No comfortable fiction, no decorative lie. No manufactured reason for children to die. Accuracy cuts like a man on my luggage in the edge. I carry the evidence over the ledge. Black box recovered, timestamps aligned. Corruption exposed in the comments in the mind. They threaten my erasure, my shelter, my ring. Still I transmit proof from the underground bank. Because truth under pressure is more than a phrase. It is moral lucidity burning through haze. Say it clean, say it fast, let the force run crack. Facts hit harder than a railgun attack. No disguise, no revision, no smoke screens. Bin, let reality enter and judgment begin. Baseline savage, transmission raw. Honesty stands when empires withdraw. Bit by bit, frame by frame. Expose the fraud and erase the shame. Propaganda towers, project giant eyes, feeding the fight and industrial lies. They call every question a treacherous sound, then mine every archive and scorch every ground. I move through the tunnels with drives on my coat. A millions of press testimonies afloat. Witnesses whisper through damaged comms, while bombers rehearse the mechanical psalms. I catalog orders, locations, intent. Who signed the paper? Wet ammunition wet, not for revenge, not spectacle, not pride, but so future generations know who denied. Precision is sacred when chaos is loud. One verified sentence can fracture a crowd. A culture of candor, severe but humane, can cauterize a seed before it spreads again. No gilded slogan, no edited scene, no heroic portrait where the hands are unclean. Now the bunker shakes and the servers ignite. I upload the ledger through orbital night. Interceptor swarm encryption decays till the back is trapped. Postal conduct and relays. Then we shatter the tower, then we sever the feed. Yeah, the fact once released become difficult seeded. Roots in the listener, branches in doubt. Forces the hidden machinery out. And when the war ends, when the banners come down, when silence replaces the shells in the town, we will not build peace on convenient amnesia. No praise and atrocity dressed as analgesia. We will study the records with rigorous eyes. Refuse every myth that excuses the lies. Fast tongue, hard drum, let the whole world know. Integrity marches where cowards won't go. Say it clean, say it fast, let the false front crack. Facts hit harder than a real gun attack. No disguise, no revision, no smoke screen spin. Let reality enter and judgment begin. Baseline savage, transmission raw. Honesty stands when empires withdraw. Bit by bit, frame by frame. Expose the fraud and erase the shame.